Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I recently did a channel collab on my friend Moviefans channel where we reviewed The Bad Batch Season 3. Now, in today's video, we are going to be reviewing two Black Series figures that have absolutely nothing to do with The Bad Batch Season 3.
That's true.
But are two great characters nonetheless, and two great figures. So, I'm going to let you decide. Who do you want to start with? Kit Fisto or Hondo Onaka?
Let's start with Kit Fisto.
Alright, the smiling Jedi himself. So, as you can see here, it is Kit Fisto based off of his Attack of the Clones look,
Yes.
which is the superior look in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So, my favorite feature that they gave this action figure is that his tentacle things on the back of his head are actual rubber, and, like, they actually move. Like, so do the ones on the front of his head, and they did a great job of that on the figure. The skin color, actually, really, they did a great job of that. It really looks like Kit Fisto's, of how it's a bit of green and a bit of brown.
Yeah.
His robes, they did a great job of that. As you can see here, how they actually look like Jedi robes. They are plastic, but I don't think that matters. He still has great posability. As you can see, he stands up very nice, and you can pose him well with his lightsaber. And, yeah. Speaking of his lightsaber, it looks just like Kit Fisto's lightsaber. Oh, there we go. It looks just like his mold, and it's a green one, and they did a great job with it. It's his only accessory, but it's a good one.
Yeah, I just think that this is a good figure. I honestly don't have a lot to say about this figure in general, simply because he's a Jedi, and a lot of Jedi, like, just, like, torso down kind of look similar to each other.
Yeah, he does really do, they really did capture the look of him, like, as you can see here on his face, how they have his eyes like that. And the robes, I really like how they have the color done.
They got the color down very well.
They did very nice with the color. He has his boots, and they actually really went into detail with that, of how he has boots in dark brown, black, light brown, his belt here in dark brown again, and then they go back to the light brown, and then they finish it with his skin color.
Yeah, it's just a very accurate figure overall.
Yeah, he has articulation in his legs and his arms, and he has it everywhere. They did a great job of that on this figure. We will come back to him real quick, but for right now, I think we should cover the box on this figure. It's just a red box, but it's a nice one nonetheless. I do think they could have done a better job of picking a picture. It's not a bad picture, it's just, there are some better ones. Like, I would have preferred a smiling Kit Fisto.
Yeah, it is kind of just, like, boring, just his face overall.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad one, it's just there are some more creative ones, and they do a really good job of that, and we'll get to that in a minute with the next figure. He's number 112 out of the red box figures. On the back, you have the same picture, plus a little information about the character. And then on the side here, they actually managed to fit in the entire name, Kit Fisto. They didn't just get Kit Fist. Like, they do that with some figures. They'll do Clone like they tried to fit Clone Commander, and they only get that.
Yeah.
It's just your average box, but it's a good box nonetheless.
Yeah.
Coming back to the figure, I really do like this figure. They did a great job on detailing it. On the back, they have individual brands for each of his tentacle things, and spots throughout them. That's great detail.
Yeah, that's a lot of effort there.
Yeah. His hands. So you can't have both hands holding a lightsaber, and for some reason, this hand seems to fall out a lot, I noticed.
Huh.
I think it's him doing the thing from when he pushes 3PO over.
Yeah, I do think that's what they were trying to replicate there.
Yeah. I really do think that they did a good job, though, with this figure. He's got detailing, amazing detailing throughout the entire figure, and I really like it. So, I'll do my final grade at the end of the video.
Yeah, I will too.
So, now, moving on from the Smiling Jedi, we are covering Star Wars as Captain Jack Sparrow.
That's
Hondo
a good description.
Onaka. Yeah, like, if I was ever told to describe Hondo to someone, I'd say He's Star Wars' Jack Sparrow.
He's also, in my opinion, one of the funniest characters in the whole franchise.
Yes, he is, okay? We actually disagree on what his funniest line is.
Yeah.
But we both think that basically everything Hondo ever says is funny.
Yeah.
So this is not Hondo from Clone Wars or Rebels, actually. This is him based off of Galaxy's Edge, and you have actually been to Galaxy's Edge. I have not, which is kind of why I brought you on for this figure in particular.
He does look like very accurate to how he does in that ride. Mainly just like his facial like shape looks very accurate to it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'd still know this is Hondo Onaka.
Yeah.
I really like the purplish red and the white and the gray and just like the color blending that they did throughout the entire figure. Another figure with great boot detailing.
Yeah.
And yeah, his face, they really did a good job of capturing the look of it. On his arms here, you can see some detailing that they put on. And then I think this is a really good job. They made it that the coat only actually covers the one side of him. And he comes with a holster for his only accessory that they gave him.
Yeah, that is actually a cool detail.
So for an accessory, they gave Hondo his blaster. And it's actually a really cool blaster, I think. It looks just like Hondo's blaster because he's had a lot of blasters, but it's still a really cool looking blaster. It's got a scope and everything. And it fits into the holster very well. A lot of figures will struggle with that. Like, they'll put the clip on it so you can close it. And I cannot close any of the Han Solo ones. I can't close the Mando one. I really like this Hondo holster, though. They did a good job of that. On the back of the figure, they show his hair, and they went into good detail with his hair because Hondo has great hair.
Yeah.
On the front, they really showed his spikes to show his alien species. And this is just a great Hondo figure.
Yeah.
It also comes with some great posability. Just going to move you over to the side a bit, Kit Fisto. Yeah. And the figure does stand up well. And he doesn't have that much posability because Hondo's not really someone you'd see in like an action sequence.
That's true.
He's more of a leader than a fighter. But yeah, I'm going to actually move it up a bit so you can actually see the figure. But yeah, I think they did a great job with this Hondo. It really does, well, according to him, because he's actually been to Galaxy's Edge. I haven't. It does actually really capture the look.
It just, like, it looks like him from Galaxy's Edge, but, like, it also does still, like, kind of look like him from Clone Wars, just in live action.
That's the thing. I always kind of thought that this figure looks like they mixed the Rebels design and the Clone Wars design together to make the figure.
Yeah.
And it's a good figure. So we will be covering his box now. And what I was saying about Kit Fisto, of how the picture on the bottom is kind of bland, I think they did an amazing job with this Hondo picture.
This is just, like, really cool art.
So this is not just your average red box, because the box is not actually red. It is black, and that's because it's kind of a Galaxy's Edge exclusive. But the thing about it is that I bought this at Target at retail price.
Yeah.
So is it actually an exclusive if you can get it here just like anywhere at Target is the thing?
Yeah.
So on the side they also have Hondo. I don't think oh wait, no, it's Hondo O.
Yeah. I mean, he does have a long name, so I get that they weren't able to fit it there.
With some figures they'll only try to include the first name. That's what's weird.
Yeah. That is interesting.
You have that cool sticker up there to say that it's from Galaxy's Edge. On the side, they actually did like this cool green and tan color and the Rebel Alliance logo. And then on the back, it's the same picture, but it's pretty good here.
Yeah.
Hondo doesn't have a number since this is a Galaxy's Edge exclusive, but I really do like this box. They did something unique with it. He's not the only Galaxy's Edge exclusive. They have that gold commander from Resistance is one. I don't know because I don't actually like Resistance.
I think his name was Pyre, if I remember.
That's it, yeah. I do think he has a cool design, but I'm not a fan of Resistance. Oh,
I think it's interesting that out of all characters, they would choose to make him a Galaxy's Edge exclusive.
Yeah, they also
I don't even think most
people
have seen that show.
So, in the end, I do really like this Hondo figure. I think they did some great detailing. It stands up very well, and they just have great detailing throughout the entire figure. And, like, even on his helmet, you can see it.
Yeah.
So, Hondo and Kit Fisto, these aren't really two characters you can connect together, apart from that they're both in Clone Wars.
Yeah.
And I really like both these figures. I think they're both 10 out of 10s because I don't have any big issues with either figure.
Yeah, I would agree that they're both 10 out of 10s. I like the Hondo one more, but that's just because in general I think he's more detailed. But yeah, they're still both great.
I would have an issue if they did the Revenge of the Sith version of Kit Fisto because why did they do that to him? What happens? Like, this man goes from this to that in Revenge of the Sith. And there's I think Kit Fisto, 10 out of 10 figure. I would recommend. This is the only version you can get of him. Hondo, also only version. We haven't gotten him from Clone Wars or Rebels. Both great figures. I heavily recommend them. Both 10 out of 10s. What do you think?
I basically agree with everything that you just said. I think that they both look great. They're great figures, and I would also give them 10 out of 10s.
I know I've been saying that they stand up very well, and they do. It's just like for some reason, whenever I'm trying to like say, oh, well, they stand up well, they won't. And whenever I'm saying it doesn't stand up well, they don't. It's like they have the mind of their own.
Yeah, that's
so
funny.
Anyway, both great action figures. I heavily recommend you pick up a Kit Fisto if you're looking for one. He's got great detailing throughout the entire figure. And just like even his eyes, you can tell like this is Kit Fisto.
Yeah.
They could have done smiling Kit Fisto, but I don't think that would have sold as well.
I kind of would have preferred that, honestly. I just think it's funnier.
Yeah. Oh, Hondo fell. Okay.
I have saved Hondo. Okay.
So anyway, both of these are 10 out of 10 figures in my mind. I'm glad I had Moviefan here to help me because I haven't actually been to Galaxy's Edge, so I wouldn't have been as good of a critic with the Hondo figure. I don't even think I am a critic with action figures because unless the figure is outright bad, I don't yell about anything. Like, these figures are great. Most of my videos, I say 10 out of 10 figure.
But most of these are just very accurate, except for, like, minor things sometimes.
Yeah, anyway, this is Grand Admiral Thrawn and Moviefan signing off. I look forward to my next encounter in my next video because he probably won't be in my next video.
That's true.
Yeah, but both of these are 10 out of 10 figures. And this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off. I look forward to our next encounter in my next video.